All I have for you is a word. Tenet.
Tenet is Nolan's latest film, which deals with the concept of time, a theme Nolan has definitely not dealt with before. The film is essentially a sci-fi James Bond espionage thriller that deals with the flow of time, both forwards and backwards.
Aim it and pull the trigger. You're not shooting the bullet, you're catching it.
John David Washington plays the protagonist. That's his actual name in the film, not just his role. He is enlisted in a secret organisation whose mission is to prevent World War III while uncovering the truth about this reversal flow of time, which is labelled inversion. Sounds like a lot, right? Well, it never felt overwhelming, as there is a lot of moments where characters explain the concept that is clearly meant for the audience and not the characters within the film. This is often done in Nolan films, in particular Inception and Interstellar. However, unlike those films, this film does it so much that it tends to forget to develop any of the characters within the film. As mentioned earlier, the lead character is called the protagonist, which is incredibly cheesy in itself and creates for some cringe-worthy lines.
How would you like to die?
Old.
You chose the wrong profession.
Washington manages to display charisma in a few scenes with some funny quips, although he's ultimately a one-note character who doesn't seem to change much at all from the beginning of the film to the end. This is the case for most of the characters, and that is not a dig at the acting talent. The cast is filled with superb actors from Patterson, DeBecky, and Kenneth Branagh, though the film seems to spend more time attempting to explain the plot and the concept of reverse time that it ultimately forgets the most important part, the characters. Although DeBecky's character has an interesting subplot, however, when compared to the other lead characters, she probably has the least amount of time on screen. The film starts with an engaging hostage scene, which immediately got me invested, although it was like a big game of Guess Who, as all the characters were dressed exactly the same and it was incredibly hard to understand who was who and who is bad and who is good and what's actually happening. This may seem like a trivial complaint, but after reading many reviews, a lot of other people seem to have the same issue, an issue that occurs throughout the film as the characters all speak very fast and drop many names of characters you may or may not have met yet, and of course the infamous boat scene when Nolan decided to use noisy on-set audio over clear redubbed studio audio. The idea of time being played in reverse creates for some exciting action sequences, which is definitely the highlight of the film. Fight sequences that involve one character moving forward in time and another moving backwards is a great idea that is incredibly unique and is executed and shot very well. The film has a strange way of being unique and also very predictable. There are some reveals throughout the film that seemed very obvious and didn't leave me wowed or flabbergasted, unlike some of other Nolan films. I feel like some of these would have been better off not explicitly explained and had some ambiguity to it. Perhaps on second viewing this film would be a more enjoyable experience, as you would already have a clear understanding of what is happening and who is who, and would be able to pick up on some of the lines that are easily missed the first time around. Although my thoughts on this film are mixed, I will pick up the Blu-ray for this reason alone. I hope upon second viewing I find a newfound respect, as I was extremely excited for this, but I ultimately feel let down. The film is an amazing visual spectacle with some great action scenes. However, it fails to tell an emotionally investing story that is cohesive for first-time viewers. It favours plot development over character development, spending so much time on exposition that it lacks any emotional weight.
And now. This reversing the flow of time doesn't us being here now mean it never happened.